This whole concept of being ready, is that the correct way of looking at it? Is there ever going to be a point where people like yourselves can turn around to civil servants and senior politicians and say, yeah, the work is now done. We are, from where we sit, ready? Or is it just that's the wrong way of handling that concept?
I think you can have that conversation to say we are as ready to manage the system as it stands, but within that you need to understand there are some consequences of that. In other words, retailers cannot manage the disruption that we're likely to see across the short straits. So we are ready in terms of our businesses are ready. We are managing stocks in advance of October the 31st. We're communicating with our suppliers. We are thinking about everything we need to do as a business, particularly if we export. All of those things, yes, we can say we are as ready as we possibly can be, but there is no getting away from the fact that a major dislocation, which is what we are like to see, will have a consequence for the food that we sell in our stores. And we've been very frank about that to say, yes, we will, and we've worked very closely with government to try and get as ready as possible, because our aim is to serve British consumers and make sure that they are, we mitigate the impact. But we are mitigating the impact. We cannot remove all of the impact.
Okay.
And so there's a difference between being ready and being able to mitigate all of the impacts.
So would you agree that there's no state of readiness that doesn't have a negative byproduct to it?
Well, I think there are kind of two questions. I think there is a state of readiness. So, if we knew all of the facts and we knew what we wanted to do, and we might talk about kind of how we trial some of those processes later, which we haven't had the opportunity to do yet. If we could do all that and we'd practiced and we're ready to go, you could say we are ready for what we expect to see. What we cannot be ever ready for is a major dislocation with our biggest trading partner, which is Europe, and that is further complicated by it being October the 31st, when we are very, very reliant on imports from Europe. So there's a difference, I think, between being ready and being able to wholly mitigate the impact.
I think what's really important, our view about being ready is distinct from it's all going to be fine. You can be ready for a crisis situation because you've got your crisis teams stood up, prepared to deal with the unexpected, and you can be ready to deal with the traffic queues in Kent and with potential impacts on supplies of goods. That doesn't mean they will go away. It's just that you're ready to cope with it. So I think it's being careful about what we mean by ready.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know whether you want to add anything, Mr. Hookham.
No.
That's fine.
I absolutely agree with that.